Was loved. She was a good person.
Family tonight remembering 24-year-old Zaria Wilcox-Ellis, shot in the head Friday night outside this apartment in Waltham.
Melanie Williams.
Prosecutors say the victim's ex-girlfriend, Melanie Williams, was there that night, and that surveillance video shows the two together just minutes before the deadly violence.
Join me as I dive deep into this heartbreaking story and try to understand the complexities of love and conflict within the LGBTQ community. Today, I want to talk about a tragic incident that shook the community to its core. A woman was shot after a heated fight with her girlfriend. The emotional impact of this story is still reverberating, and it's essential that we acknowledge its significance and take a hard look at the underlying issues that led to this devastating event. Domestic violence is a harsh reality that affects many relationships, and sadly, LGBTQ relationships are no exception. In fact, studies have shown that same-sex couples experience domestic violence at a rate similar to or even higher than heterosexual couples.
One person is charged with assault and battery in Waltham stemming from an altercation that happened prior to a fatal shooting near a Second Ave apartment. Waltham Chief of Police Kevin O'Connell confirmed that Melanie Williams, 30 of Waltham, has been charged with assault and battery on a household member in connection with physically assaulting her partner over the weekend. Police responded to a parking lot adjacent to an apartment building on 2nd Avenue where they find a woman later identified as Zaria Wilcox-Ellis, 24 of Waltham, with an apparent gunshot wound. She was pronounced gone on the scene. The preliminary investigation indicate that just prior to the shooting there was an altercation involving a group of people outside the apartment building where Williams reside and Wilcox-Ellis was known to visit. Video surveillance at the incident allegedly shows Williams striking Wilcox-Ellis. Care Holman, 31 of Quincy, was ultimately charged with murder in connection with the death of Zaria Wilcox-Ellis. According to the prosecutors, 2 projectiles were recovered from the victim's body and matched evidence from a .380 firearm registered to Holman.
Was loved. She was a good person.
Family tonight remembering 24-year-old Zaria Wilcox-Ellis, shot in the head Friday night outside this apartment in Waltham.
Melanie Williams.
Prosecutors say the victim's ex-girlfriend, Melanie Williams, was there that night, and that surveillance video shows the two together just minutes before the deadly violence.
The video clearly captures this defendant strike Ms. Wilcox in the head, and you can see Ms. Wilcox respond physically to that strike to the head.
Williams is facing assault and battery charges. She's not charged in her ex's death. The victim's family came to court to send a message.
I really wanted to just look at her and for her to see my face, for her to know that we know that she did it and she's not going to get away with it.
Prosecutors say whatever happened in the parking lot was out of view of the camera. Now investigators are searching for more clues as the victim's family remembers the young woman they loved.
She was very good at being there for everybody. She was just a very soulful person, and it's just sad that this had to happen, but we're going to get justice.
And tonight, investigators are asking anyone who may have been here Friday night and saw something to come forward.
We need to understand the context, the events that led up to the incident, and the societal factors that may have contributed to the conflict. From what we know, the couple had been together for several years, and on the surface, they seemed happy and in love. But beneath the facade, tensions were simmering, fueled by jealousy, insecurity, and a deep-seated fear of loss. The argument that fateful night was just the tip of the iceberg, a culmination of months, maybe even years, of unresolved issues. As the fight escalated, the situation became increasingly volatile, with both partners saying and doing things they would later regret. This story is a stark reminder that domestic violence can affect anyone, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. It's a wake-up call to take action, to educate ourselves, and to support those who are struggling. We need to recognize the signs of abuse, provide resources for those affected, and create a safe and inclusive environment where everyone can thrive. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in learning more about LGBTQ issues or domestic violence awareness, be sure to check out our next video.
Like what it do, ayy. I just put her to the shawty swerving in that cool, ayy. Cheeky, I don't let nobody put it on.